As I said before, Black Pennsylvanians are not only the largest population of the people incarcerated, they're incarcerated at almost 9 times the rate of whites in Pennsylvania. And while men currently make up the majority of the prison population in Pennsylvania, women have become the fastest growing segment of the incarcerated population in the United States. Pennsylvania is only one of 6 states that denies the possibility of parole to people with life sentences, or what's known as death by incarceration. Tonight with us, Yvonne Newkirk of Philadelphia from the Coalition to Abolish Death by Incarceration, the Human Rights Coalition, and the Global Women's Strike will talk about mass incarceration in Pennsylvania.
Good evening. My name is Yvonne Newkirk, and I reside within the Philadelphia area. I am a member of CABI, the Coalition to Abolish Death by Incarceration, HRC, the Human Rights Coalition, and the Global Women's Strike. I would like to speak on 2 dehumanizing issues: the recent policy about mail exchange and visitation in Pennsylvania prisons. Does anyone know the postal system oath? Okay. All right. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stays that these carriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Recently, the Department of Corrections, John Wetzel, Secretary of Corrections, with the approval of Governor Wolf, mandated a policy for all incoming mail in the state of Pennsylvania be directed to St. Petersburg, Florida. In Florida, the mail will be photocopied and or scanned, then faxed to the facility where our loved ones sit behind bars. How dehumanizing to receive copies that were in bright, cheerful colors transposed to black and white. Birthday, Christmas, Mother's Day cards, pictures of loved ones transposed to a black, gray, and white illegible blot. This is said to be due to the threat of drugs being mailed to our loved ones, sickening mailroom workers. I correspond with over 40 people within the State Correctional Institute system. Some have loved ones that have passed on, leaving them alone and forgotten. Some have been outcast by friends and family members due to their lifestyles while on the outside. Whatever the reason, it's a pleasure for me to write to someone incarcerated to let them know that they are loved, they are missed, they are thought of. These simple words have stopped a number of fights, have decreased depression, and have encouraged people to stand tall, to stand strong, and to pray. I have mail here that I sent out prior to postmarked August the 27th, which has been returned to me. One contained my brother's support letter along with a home plan. One contains encouraging words for a female in the hole. Others are clips and slogans of endearment, letting our loved ones know that organizations are out here supporting and fighting for them. That is why I support and stand here, in this case sit here, with the Poor People's Campaign. On October the 11th, I mailed 20 letters. As of today, none have arrived at their destination. My question on this matter is, what type of immune system do people in St. Petersburg have that people in Pennsylvania don't? Pennsylvania, we have a problem. In early September, John Wetzel stated visiting room staff will be doubled and photos and vending machines won't be allowed for 90 days. Within the last 5 years, I have visited 8 state correctional institutes within the state of Pennsylvania, along with all county facilities on State Road in Philadelphia. I adhere to the policies and often relay them to other visitors. Since September, I have visited 3 state correctional institutes. Per my visit to Muncie on October the 27th, leaving Philadelphia at 6:30 a.m., arriving 3.5 hours later in the cold rain, I waited until 11:15 to be checked in due to 2 fights within the prison. You know, maybe it was over the mail. Due to the no food policy, all visiting vending machines were empty. I and others knew that food would not be allowed and or permitted. However, I never thought I would witness a correctional officer eating from a platter, downing it with a bottle of water, then eating dessert, a Kit Kat bar. Most visits begin around 8:30 a.m. and end around 2:30. Due to the fact the vending machines are empty, quite a few inmates are advising family members not to visit. The journey to the institutes take anywhere between 3 to 5 hours depending on where you are traveling from, and the visit itself takes another 4 to 6 hours. This is especially hard on diabetics, the elderly, children, and those on medications that require food. Worst of all, the inmates are not guaranteed a meal once they return from their visit. I realize food should not be used or denied as punishment for a visit. Seems the mission down and the no food policy are to test the very fiber of life, to decrease human rights, to lower the dignity of some and the health of others. We all regard life as a gift, as a present, and we respect one another. This is another reason why I am here and why I support the Poor People's Campaign. Pennsylvania, we have a problem.
That's right.